Hello everyone, and welcome back to our second spooky episode of Skyscape TCG. Now, I hope you enjoyed the first episode. If you haven't, be sure to check it out. It's sure to give you a thrill. But getting into this next saga of the spooky season of Skyscape TCG, we will be talking about another tragic villain. So for this villain here, you can already see in its artwork that this is some massive, monstrous orc. But what if I told you that in the world of Skyscape, no, the world that we would know in the Great Kin Wars as Myvera, has its orcs, but these orcs are no monsters. Originally, in the world of Myvera, there was a land called Asazi, and Asazi was a beautiful land of nature, wilderness, and growth that was all governed by orcs. Now, they weren't your standard, stereotypical orcs, where there would be monstrous, evil, scum of the earth style orcs. No. These orcs were fascinated with the magic of life, and had a natural affinity to this magic. And because of this, they were guardians. They were protectors, and they used this healing magic of life to protect their people. And one of these orcs, a brave, young champion, was named Karvok. Now, Karvok began his days as a humble orc, but over time, he became a blacksmith. He crafted weapons, shields, and armaments during the Great Kin Wars, but his goal was never to hurt others, but instead provide the tools necessary to support and to protect his people amidst the Great Kin Wars. From the lands of Venerix, with humans that abused the magic of rage and used it in an attempt to conquest and conquer everything, to the angels of Myvera, whom, at first glance, you would believe they would use their miracles to help others. But some, deceivers, used this power and abused it to conquer and to claim the victory of Myvera. But Karvok, as stated before, only wanted to protect. But on one fateful day, there was a battle unlike any other he had seen before. Demons, the horrid monsters from the void, had invaded, and the armies that Karvok had hoped to protect were falling, one orc by the next, and by the next. Karvok, desperate to protect his people, and this line of defense from the horrid monstrosities of the void, chose to take up the sword and fight in battle. Not for the sake of bloodlust, or power, or domination, but to protect those he loved and to save the lives of his fellow orcs. Yet, I have a feeling that you all know where the story is going, and unfortunately, Karvok was a victim of the void, a victim of the archdemon Sayor. Now, I don't want to spoil too much of the details of this grand fight, But to sum everything up, Karvok began to win. He began to fight off the demons, using fire to best them, to incinerate away at the lesser demons that had attacked them, and the strange, void-like creatures that had invaded their world. However, he was approached with the terrifying force of the Archdemon, and there was little he could do to fight off this fearsome threat. And unfortunately, as you can see in the artwork in this video, Karvok not only fell to the Archdemon Sayor, but had been corrupted by the Archdemon. One of this demon's great powers had not only been the power of bestowing unto others his legendary, evil demon blood, which was used as demon blood armor, and to manipulate and strengthen the fellow demons and the fellow corrupted. But Sayor held the power of a fearsome threat, that of possession. Reaching out at Karvok and lashing out, Sayor hurled his demonic blood at the orc. Struggling to fight it off, the demonic blood spread up his arm. Roaring out in pain and agony, Karvok could only watch in horror as his own head had been engulfed with the demon blood armor, and shortly after, his croaking screams fell silent, and a single eye had appeared in the center of the demon blood armor upon his head. A single eye mirroring that of the terrible archdemon Sayor. And now, the old Karvok had been no more. The old Karvok, the protector Karvok, the hero Karvok, had been no more. Now corrupted as a mindless pawn, transformed into something else, Karvok stood as the juggernaut of Sayor, his great power amplified by the effects of the demon blood. He would be one of Sayor's strongest demons, and eventually he would find his way into the army of 5, and eventually meet the Sayor acolyte, Jorah. When Jorah met Karvok, he assumed no more than this to be one of Sayor's strongest demons, that this demon, in all of his fearsome glory, had been on his side and was devoted to Sayor. But little did Jorah know the true, terrifying origins of Karvok, and little did Jorah know the true secrets of what Sayor the Deceiver had planned for not only Jorah, for not only this fearsome 5, but for the entirety of Myvera, and for the entirety of their world. But with that, I will leave this spooky, bone-chilling tale until the next episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, aim high and pierce the skyscape. You have all been great, and I can't wait to see where this fearsome journey will continue. Goodbye, guys. Enjoy the art.